of use. The sliding top here was starting to come loose, and the plastic on the keyboards had peeled. Now I think he must be doing an awful lot of work with it, but that is one reason not to rely on the QWERTY keyboard in general, but rather when you have a lot to say, and you need to say it on this thing. I mean, bottom line, if you got a lot to say, get out your laptop, you know. What the heck are you doing with a PDA? Also, if you have a lot to say, there's the record feature. Don't forget, you've got record. You see, you go into Notes. You go into a Note, Microsoft Notes, and you press that little cassette player that's right there. You see, a little record bar comes up, and you just press here, and you speak into the thing, and you know you can 3 cups of sugar, 2 tablespoons of creme de cacao, and a tank of gasoline. And you speak into the thing, and you know you can 3 cups of sugar, 2 tablespoons of creme de cacao, and a tank of gasoline. There you go. And that's pretty much it. Clear. We're not going to save that, of course. And you speak in. Wow, it looks like I'm saving it. I'll just throw that out. Delete, yes. So you can always record if you have a lot to say without having to resort to a whole lot of typing. It's got the usual interface. I have it set up with owner information in case it gets lost. That's kind of what brought my iPack back. The person who found it was not technically savvy enough to have been able to look for owner information in the information settings, so having it right up front with a phone number to call made all the difference in the world. I got it back. And this $1,200 baby, that's what my phone company charges up front. I don't know if that's what you have to pay for it. It depends on the deal you get. I've heard prices as low as $500. Still, that's bloody expensive. And you really don't want to lose it. I got it on a data plan where I paid $200 up front, and the rest is part of my monthly 3-year, 2-year, whatever it is plan that I'm kind of stuck in. And there's another reason I don't want to lose it, because if I lose it, you know, I'm still paying. I've still got my contract. So it's my phone, it's my PDA, it's my ebook, plays music, plays videos, goes online. Speaking of going online, there's another thing that this thing's lacking is Wi-Fi. It does not have Wi-Fi. The iPack had Wi-Fi. We have Wi-Fi here in the house, and there's a number of Wi-Fi cafes. And as of next month, our provincial government is bringing Wi-Fi to our downtown. So in the parks, in the cafes, in the restaurants, on the streets, the little benches on the side, everywhere, there's going to be Wi-Fi. And I'd like to be able to use Wi-Fi. So since it didn't have Wi-Fi, and I don't want to drag my laptop all the time, I went hunting, and I found a gadget that I had to special order through the only place in town that'll special order something that is a very low customer interest. Now this here is a Wi-Fi SDI card from Socket. Pop that puppy in there. That goes into the same place as the old SD card. Now this is where I've got music and I've got books and I've got movies. On the iPack I used to install software to it, but because I've got several of them and I change them out and I keep media with me, and because of this thing I have declined to do that. Also, this has 132 megs of system memory, which the iPack did not have. It was much, much skinnier than this one. This one's got a lot more power. It's got a 433 megahertz processor, I believe. Or better, I cannot remember. Let me just have a quick look here in settings. And we'll pop that Wi-Fi card in meantime, let it get going. System about. Okay, we have an Intel RPXA263. So it doesn't say what the megahertz is. You'll have to look that up. Maybe I'll put it in the notes. 125.71 megabytes memory, it says. And so it's a heck of a lot faster than the iPack was. Now if we go into programs, is it, oh, it's not reading the card. You see, now this is the thing. I'm going to have to reboot this thing to get the Wi-Fi card to show up. This is one of the things I was reading in the owner manual for it, that sometimes you have to reboot in order to get it to show up. So my SPP Pocket Plus has a soft reset key right here, so it saves me the trouble of pushing the little reset hole. It's right next to the microphone, curiously enough. And away she goes, doing her reboot thing. See, Audiovox Communications. There's a little blue light in the Wi-Fi card. This thing cost me about $100. I'm not crazy about that solution. I rather wish it had been included, but still, it's effective. It works. I can get online. The other night I was in an apartment building where my husband was laying tile, and while he was working, I was able to get online with some Technidiot's unsecured wireless router, and that was kind of nice. I sat there doing IRC and surfing and looking at stuff and trying to find some mobile TV. There's not enough good mobile TV sites. I did find a few critical columns saying, well, why would somebody want to have mobile TV? Well, I'll tell you, when you're sitting around doing nothing, it's a wonderful way to entertain yourself. That's why. Wi-Fi Companion came with this card. It came with a few other, Traceroute and Ping. This one here is a lovely one because it shows you that we're online with Villa Sabrosa, that we got a 91% signal rate, which is kind of silly given that the router's on the other side of the wall with holes in the wall. You know, the router is just over there behind the TV on that side of the wall. So it's kind of lame that I'm only getting 90%, but whatever. You know, I don't really care all that hard. There you go. It shows that it's web enabled. So now at this point, we're online. I can fire up the Internet Explorer browser. No, you can't install Linux on it. And go to my favorites and, well, heck, let's go to pocketpc.com. No, better yet, let's go to Villa Sabrosa. Let's grab it out of the drop down. I'm sure it's in here still. Okay, villasabrosa.net files is not what I'm interested in. Let's just pull up the keyboard, back, enter, keyboard off. There we go. We'll just go to my main website here. Calls it up. Isn't that pretty? Look at that. It even shows the frame. Oops. Yeah. It's hard to do this from this weird angle.
Is 9 p.m.
You've got the frame here with the links that I've got, my menu frame down there. And you've got the main site with its graphics all laid out. And I've got it set up in single column view. I find that a lot easier than scrolling side to side. And it's I did install Flash. I can't get Flash to work properly. So anyway, that is Wi-Fi. That is my new Audiovox PPC6600. I think that's what it's called. Like I said, I can never quite remember. With Wi-Fi card installed, enabled, and ready to go.